Popular cannabis brand presents Southern California City with a $230,000 donation. I am going to lose it today. One of the most popular cannabis brands in America is giving back to a Southern California community, Steezy, whose products include vape batteries, THC pods, marijuana extracts, edibles, and flour, presented a check in the amount of $229,515, we're rounding up, to Pomona Mayor Tim Sandoval during a ceremony on Friday. The money is being donated with the purpose of improving local parks and schools in Pomona to date. Steezy says they have donated a total of $730,000 and paid over $4.5 million in cannabis taxes that have benefited recreational spaces and schools within a half-mile radius of the store, including John F. Kennedy Park. And I love that they're donating because unlike the taxes that go to the general fund, these are actually going to the community. So I think that's cool that they saw that. According to a Steezy spokesperson, the donation is a part of the company's continued support for revitalizing Pomona, especially communities that have been historically disenfranchised. The partnership also demonstrates the power that cannabis provides through partnership, Steezy said. This check presentation represents an extraordinary public-private partnership between Steezy and the city of Pomona. Steezy Vice President of Public Affairs and Expansion, Stephanie Yu, said, "We want to show the people that legal cannabis can bring resources and sustainable change to communities. Local leaders seem to be in agreement with the cannabis company and say that Steezy has provided more than just money to the Pomona community. Labor and good jobs are things that we always look for here in Pomona," City Council member John Nolte said. "This is an example of the good everyone in our community can do together." Steezy's Pomona dispensary is located at 1605 West Holt Avenue and is open from 9 a.m. to 9:45 p.m. every day. More information about the location can be found at the link in the story that we will obviously post up for you guys to read. Founded in 2017 by cannabis industry experts, Steezy is the largest private cannabis company and top-selling weed brand in the U.S., company officials stated. They have 7 cultivation facilities, 5 manufacturing facilities, and 4 distribution facilities nationwide that employ more than 1,700 people. There's a total of 34 Steezy retail stores in California and a further 3 in Michigan, which makes them the largest cannabis shop owner in California.
Oh, so. Maybe in California. Okay, I was going to say not the nation. That's for sure not.
Deep breath, Kim. We're not going to come for you.
I just know how to count and do math.
Well, maybe if you'd let me finish a sentence, you wouldn't have to. There we go. I mean, listen, all right, I like that they've been donating. I like that this donation just came out. I thought, hey, why not? And I think that the fact that they've given 773 or something like that. What was the number?
$729,000 something $115.
But that's a lot of money. That's good. Like I think it also puts a good face on the industry, like, right, we should be giving back. We should be doing things. I always like to speak back about Colorado and how they have fucking actual billboards in parks that say donated improvements by money raised by medical marijuana taxes, things like that, because our taxes by and large go to the general fund, which is police and politicians. We don't actually get a lot of direction on where these funds are going to be used. So I think that, if your company wants to actually be a good neighbor and be a good member of the community that it serves, then you should serve it directly. Make sure you're donating that money with a clear path forward to where it's going to be used, and send your workers out, do community service days, do things like that. I think that's how we make communities a little more accepting, and maybe we can get rid of some of these cannabis deserts. But I think that's a positive story. What do you guys think?
So I think that it's great that this money is going to benefit the community. I think that is fantastic that they are doing this. But I do want to criticize this article because it leaves a lot of presumption, because it didn't stipulate why they were doing this, because I'm not buying that Steezy just decided to do this out of the goodness of their heart. I believe that this could have been part of a development agreement when they first came into the city of Pomona, or it could be a whole host of other things, and I wish the article would have gone into that of why Steezy is actually giving the city of Pomona this money.
They did.
Yeah, it's rhetorical,
I didn't hear that.
Jason. They don't need to say it. They don't need to say it. They know, everyone knows that Steezy's in deep shit, and they're going to do anything they can to save that ass, and cutting a check is the #1 way to save that ass.
Well, I mean, that could be another reason. I'm just saying.
No, hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Rico, please enlighten me.
The Steezy spokesperson. Yeah, the Steezy spokesperson says that the donation is part of the company's continued support for revitalizing Pomona. So
that doesn't mean shit. That means nothing. That means nothing.
They said they've been doing this, and the news just catching up to it. So
they may have, but that's my whole point. Is the reason for doing that would have been some type of development agreement, and that's what the Stizzy spokesperson should be referencing and saying in regards to, because otherwise, people come up with ideas like what Saman said.
Yeah. So I mean.
Just saying.
Stizzy said, "Fuck what y'all saying." Like they've been doing this. Y'all just catching up. So so any picture that y'all trying to paint of them,
I'm not trying to paint any picture. I'm just saying
they writing checks.
I was criticizing the article.
Yeah, but then it would become then it wouldn't be a news article. It would be an opinion, and it would be just like somebody's like tirade on a business that's out there, wheeling and dealing.
No, not buying that.
Here's what I'll say. No. On a serious note, I was not here to comment on yesterday's interaction about Stizzy. I see people like in the audience like saying this shit. However, everybody in America is innocent until proven guilty, number one. And then number two, I would like to say some of the biggest purveyors of what our government calls wrong are some of the biggest supporters of the community. Period.
Well, I do think
a lot of the stuff that the government will not fucking shell dollars out for, guess what? The trappers do. Trappers always have.
You know what? I do want to point out on this whole story is to note that this money that they're giving to the city is way more than what True Leave paid in the loss of an employee while on duty.
Right.
And this is going to the community. It's not going towards the ballot
general
initiative.
fund, whatever, any of that.
Yeah, it's not going to a bunch of bullshit that you have no idea where that money's going. This money's going straight to the community. So this is why Stizzy, this might be unpopular me saying this, but this is why Stizzy has survived like the first and second round of bloodbaths that we've seen in California cannabis, is because they
that was a good spin
rooted
right there. I see what you did there, Rico.
You like that? They stay rooted in the community. So like them, like their products or not, guess what? They continue to win hearts of the community, and they're going to continue doing shit like this.
And I mean, honestly,
it's hearts and lungs out here, guys.
If you have that money, Dick, swing it. Like I think that we've seen people historically over time feeding their communities, and they're people that maybe on the legal side of things weren't always on the right side, but they were putting money into the communities when the government was taking it away. So like if you want to prosecute the people that are feeding your families and making sure that everybody's okay, then that's kind of shitty to me. And
I think John Gotti was a perfect example of that. The community loved John Gotti.
Community loved a lot of people. What was that Denzel Washington movie, American Gangster? Remember he was passing out the turkeys?
Yo.
No, Nino Brown. Let's talk about Nino Brown, man. Like New Jack City.
Oh yeah, Nino Brown. Yeah.
Come on now. Like dead serious. The government, be it local, be it state, be it federal, like how long does it take the actual government to actually get money into the hands of people when they need it? It takes way too long. And you know what? People from the streets, people from our marijuana community, we've been doing this shit. This is before it was even seen as good, before any of these laws were even put in place. We've been propping up our communities.
That's facts.
Be it legal, from legal or illegal dollars. So big ups to Stizzy for taking care of the fucking community. Right. Period.
I started off with that I think this is fantastic that they're doing this. And the money's going. Yeah, I think this is great for the residents of Pomona, and hopefully a lot of people will get to check it out, because Pomona is also where the Los Angeles County Fair is also.
Rico, how does Jason do the hand thing when you switch up opinions? We gotta give him a little wipe around. A little wipe around.
It's like being at the Oakland Sideshow. But yeah, do you want to introduce Saman, Rico, or you want me to go for it?
We can do it either way. We can tag team Saman. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
No diddy.
No diddy. Yeah.